Welcome back to the Show Me Jeff channel. My name is Jeff, and today's topic is letting go. So sometimes you just have to let go of different people, different situations, letting go of the past, letting go of your trauma, letting go of negative thoughts, letting go of things that don't serve you. So we hang on a lot of times to things because they're familiar. And one of the coaches that I have has said that I have an addiction to disappointment, and so does a lot of other people. It's very common that we're actually addicted to disappointment. We attract these things because they're familiar. So while we don't want to be disappointed, it is such a familiar feeling that we get some kind of a high off of it. That's what keeps us procrastinating. That's what keeps us from taking action. That's what keeps us from being our best selves. So letting go is there's three main components of letting go. It's acceptance, forgiveness, and gratitude. So acceptance is accepting you are where you are because of the decisions that you made, and you accept the situation. You don't blame other people. You take full responsibility, because if you take full responsibility, then you've given yourself permission to make you're 100% responsible to change, right? There's a lot of times, yes, there's other people who've had done things to you or been involved, and you had a bad, there's some bad things that happen, but ultimately, at the end of the day, it's your responsibility to live your best life, right? In spite of those circumstances, you do it anyway. You go ahead and you do it anyway. So that's what acceptance is. And then forgiveness is for asking God for forgiveness, asking the universe for forgiveness, preferably God, right? Asking God and Jesus for forgiveness, and then asking other people that you may have harmed for forgiveness, and then being able to forgive yourself. So if you're able to do forgiveness, incorporate forgiveness, that's a big part of letting go, is acceptance, forgiveness, and then gratitude. And, gratitude is a currency that you have an unlimited supply. If you could go ahead and just give unlimited amount of money, unlimited amount of value to other people, and you can trade that in. You can trade it in. You know that the value of gratitude is actually worth something, and why would you want to hold it back? Why would you hold it back? Be thankful for people. Be thankful for people that take the time to help you out. Be thankful for what you have. Thank God. Thank the people who mentor to you. Thank your parents, even for the little things, especially for the little things. You have this unlimited amount of gratitude. Now, the gratitude has to be sincere, but unlimited amount of gratitude. Be thankful, right? Every day, it's a positive energy that you send out into the universe, and that comes back to you. So be thankful. So acceptance, forgiveness, and gratitude. And then when you incorporate those things, then you can let go. You can let go of the past hurts and trauma. When you incorporate all three of those things, acceptance, forgiveness, and gratitude, you can let go of all that. So how this relates to direct mail is that during your journey, you're going to be sending out this direct mail, and the overwhelming majority of people are not going to get it. But this opportunity is not for them. This opportunity is not for people who don't see it, right? It's a special set of people. There's enough people out there in the United States, and in fact the entire world, but we're marketing to the U.S. So there's enough people in the United States that we don't really need to convince the people who are not interested. We don't need to, prove ourselves. If someone doesn't like what we're doing, we don't have to appease them. We got enough people where we can send our message out, and we send our direct postcards and we send our letters out, and most of those letters and most of those postcards are going into the recycle bin. But a select number, a very small but workable number, are going to say yes, or they're going to be interested enough to go to your website or call the number on the postcard or go visit the website on the postcard, and they're going to get plugged into the system, and they'll make a decision whether they want to join or not. And it's all you're doing is you're evangelizing. You're putting your word out there. and it's your word, we're really not selling anything. We're not like convincing people. It's like, here it is, here's a postcard, um, you know, uh, and people decide whether they want to do it. Some people are just waiting for that opportunity. They're waiting to get that letter. They're waiting to get that postcard, and they're willing to take it seriously. But it's not for everybody. Most people aren't. And we got this down to like a little bit of a science, because we're sending to people who are kind of like, we know that in the past they've bought money making courses, or they were interested in business opportunities, or they make money online space. So these are the people that are receptive to these type of offers. But even those people, you're only going to get a very small percentage of people who are going to want to do, the program that we're in. So we just put it out there. We just send it out there, and and then it's the law of large numbers. You put enough mail out, you're going to get a certain amount of response rate. It might only be 1 or 2%, but that's all you need. That's just all you need. So that's my message for today. Get plugged in. Don't worry about what other people think. It doesn't matter. That's the beauty of this business. I'm going to be me. I'm going to be who I am. I'm going to interject my own personality. And, if somebody doesn't like it, somebody doesn't like the way I talk. Somebody had told me, like, recently on Facebook, because I've had Facebook, and I have a lot of people, friends and, former contacts. So I don't really like to post my business on Facebook, because, like I said, I have, former colleagues. I'm now retired from 2 different careers, from the military and from the State Department. And, you could say that the military is somewhat conservative and the State Department is mostly liberal. So, I'm retired from both of those programs. And while I was in those programs, I had to really conform to being somewhat politically neutral and all that. On my Facebook, I'm not. I post what I feel I am most passionate about. I am almost 55 years old. I've served my country for 30 years and working in government. And I'll be damned if I'm going to, not have a voice. If I see something that's wrong, if I feel in my heart it's wrong, I'm going to say something about it. If somebody doesn't like it, they don't have to watch my YouTube videos. They don't have to go to my Facebook wall. They don't have to do any of that stuff. I'm going to be me, right? I'm just going to be me. I'm authentic. Now, maybe I have lost business. Maybe somebody who looked at my Facebook and is of a different political opinion than I am, maybe they choose not to join me. That's okay, because there are other people that are gravitate toward me because of my political posts, because these are the things that I'm passionate about, right? This is my country. This is what I put in all this work, serving, in the armed forces for 20 years, being a disabled veteran, working in the State Department. I have a voice. I've earned the right to speak my mind, right? And if somebody doesn't want to join me, I don't want to push anybody away. Don't get me wrong. I'm accepting of everybody, even people who have different opinions. But you have to accept me and my opinion. And just, if you don't like something that I'm doing, you don't have to look at it. You don't have to watch it. Like I said, I talked in this video about Jesus and about God and how passionate I am. And if that offends you, you don't have to watch this video. And I still hope you join me. But if you don't, that's your loss, not mine. So that's what I've got to say. With direct mail, you can send out these letters really, and basically you have your. I do the letters like the person who introduced me to this business taught. Putting a letter with postcards and a business card and sending that off and branding myself. And I like to keep it. I like to just keep myself. I tell a little bit about myself, but I keep it pretty much. I have a business life and I have a personal life, and I try not to let those get too what's the word I'm looking for? Convoluted. And I'm not trying to put those things together. Business is business, family is family, friends are friends. We all have these different. We have a public life and we have a personal life, and that's the way I like to keep it. That's keeping it real. But there's a lot of people who out there who, they just can't. They don't have very good communication skills. I think that maybe I'm not terrible at it, but I'm not great at it. But I've contacted people in some of my other businesses where I'm doing sales, and some of these people, I don't see how they could sell anything. I mean, but that's why I think for a lot of people who don't have good communication skills, that these direct mail programs are so good, because you just send out the postcards, you just send out the letters, and there's sizzle messages, and there's autoresponders, and there's text messages, and there's websites, and there's all these different tools that are doing it all for you. And maybe you might have to answer a question here or there, but that's fine. And you're not really having to put yourself out there too much. You don't want to have to put yourself out there at all. Just mail the postcards, and then basically you're just an ID number on the postcard. And when somebody's ready to sign up, they just provide the ID number, and you never have to talk to that person. They never have to know who you are. They don't need to know about your past or anything, where you stand on issues and things like that. It doesn't matter. So that's what I got for you today. I hope this helps. And now I'll take you to our showmejeff.com. Thanks. So this is my Show Me Jeff webpage. It takes you to my link tree, which is showmejeff.com. And I have several different opportunities I'd like to show you. The first one is the newest Mailbox money program. It is called Instant Pay 24/7. So you simply put your name, email, and phone number in, and you'll be redirected to this page. What's great about this program is it will pay you instantly a $200 commission. They call it Instant Pay 247 because it's $247 to get started with this program. It is a little bit more money than the other two direct mail programs, but the commissions are also higher. So I would suggest, if you're going to do just one of these and not all three of them, then I would suggest doing Instant Pay 24/7. And this is a one-time cost to get involved. You do have to pay for the postcards separately. So when you come on to this and you sign up, I can share with you some resources for getting postcards, but you do have to pay for the postcards separately. And you do have to pay for the leads separately. So keep that in mind. We have some really good resources to get discount leads and stamps from a particular source. You can inquire when you sign up for this, and basically you buy your stamps and they give you a bunch of leads for, basically it's included in the price. I wouldn't say it's free, but they give you a bunch of leads with stamps. So basically you're not going to run out of leads when you buy your stamps. So that's just one method, that's just one option that is currently available. So that's Instant Pay 24/7. The second one is Cash Building Systems Unlimited. It's got a similar landing page, but they go to different sites. This is a replicated website called My Capture Page. So both Instant Pay 24/7 and Cash Building Systems Unlimited have used My Capture Page. So you can go ahead and put your name and email address in, and it's the same deal. This Cash Building Systems Unlimited is a one-time cost. You can get started for $50. That includes 200 postcards and leads. 200 postcards and 200 leads are included with that $50. So that's an excellent deal, and that's a one-time cost to get involved. So that's a really good system, very low-cost system to get started, especially if you're on a budget. Direct mail opportunity number 3 is American Bill Money. This is also a replicated website that they run. And what's great about this is they've been in business for 22 plus years, and this is a $50 program per month. $50 gets you started with a starter package, but this particular opportunity is a subscription. You can cancel at any time, but what's great about this doing this particular opportunity is you have the opportunity to earn residual income, which means you sign somebody up and they keep paying month after month until they cancel. Um, and if they're making money, people aren't going to be canceling. So the people who cancel are the people who sign up and don't do anything. So don't let that be you. Stick with American Bill Money. This is also a $50 program, just like Cash Building Systems Unlimited. This particular program comes with the leads, but does not come with postcards. So you have to buy the postcards. I'm telling you about these two programs, the postcards, because when I purchased American Bill Money, I did not understand that the postcards weren't included, that the postcards were an additional cost, and I didn't mind that. It was just that it just took more time because it takes them some time to print the postcards out with your ID number on them. So I had to wait a few more days. I had to wait about another week or so before I could, put my letters together because I wanted to have both. I was promoting Cash Building Systems Unlimited and American Bill Money together, and I wanted to have both of those in the same envelope. So I had to wait a little longer. So to cut down on your wait time and to prevent disappointment, I'm just telling you, Instant Pay 24/7 does not include leads or postcards. Cash Building Systems Unlimited comes with postcards and leads, and American Bill Money just comes with leads. So I hope that makes sense. So if you do one, and if you have the funds, I strongly suggest, instead of just promoting one, why not do all three? Why not use the Russ method and put all of 3 postcards in an envelope, in a number 10 envelope, with a business card and a letter that you create, and we can give you a template for that, and send these letters off. And then you're going to have a much higher response rate, and you have a chance to have people. Some people will join all 3 of your programs. So if you can swing it, that's what I would recommend that you do. Now, if you want to remain anonymous or you don't want to deal with anybody, there's a lot of people who are like that, and I totally get it, then just join one of these 3 opportunities and just mail out the postcards. Just take the peel and stick lead label, attach it to the postcard, and mail it out. And that's it. You don't have to. You can be completely anonymous and keep your name off of it, and just go about your business. All you got to do is really just affix the lead label to the postcard, put a stamp on it, and put it in the mailbox, and there you go. All right. So the next one is the paid per letter. This is the one where you make money. This is the one that I made $17,000 in 2024. Sending them out to billion-dollar corporations. They have to do this. There's a reason why. I would just say go through the full presentation, see if this is right for you, and if it is, then you can get started making money sending out letters. This is a little bit different because this is not a direct mail per se. This is sending letters to corporations. But there's a reason why. This is not sending letters to business opportunity seekers or having them, pay like an affiliate. There's nothing like that. This is completely different from the other 3 that I just showed you. So this is something that you can also take advantage of. All right. Being a benefits consultant, earning residual income, no license required. You can learn all about this particular business by clicking on this one right here, learning all about this company that's been in business for 32 years plus, and they have over 200,000 providers. They have a health benefits plan that's not insurance, no license required, for $39.95. It's unmatched, it's unbeatable. Like, for example, it includes a dental plan in that $39.95. 70% of the American population has no dental plan at all. So when they go to the dentist, they either pay full price or they don't go at all. And that's a shame. There's a lot of people who need to go to the dentist and they can't afford it. So this is a tremendous opportunity. That's just one facet of it. I don't want to spend too much time, but I would strongly suggest checking this out. This is a great sales opportunity. Sales is the highest paid profession in the world. Don't let the sales word scare you off. I do recommend this, and this is something that I work on every single day, and I'm seeing great results from this. I think this This is going to just absolutely a fantastic program, and I'm really proud of this program. Okay. And Sparky AI, artificial intelligence. It's the future. Sparky AI calls leads for you. It promotes business opportunities for you. It's just insane what technology can do. So AI revolution is here. If in a couple of years, basically most jobs are going to be replaced. It's actually kind of scary because just the level of sophistication that artificial intelligence has. Um, that's why I'm saying, okay, the postcard opportunities, the direct mail opportunities, I don't believe are going away. AI won't replace that. People are going to be gravitating toward opportunities like that because they're going to need some kind of side hustle because people's jobs are going away. A lot of jobs are going away. My Tesla drives itself. It's scary how sophisticated it is. So this Sparky AI calls people. It just calls people. It does emails. They got a whole system here. So you definitely want to get ahead of AI and not be behind it because there's a lot of people going to be left behind, and you don't want to be one of them. All right, so check that out. Sparky AI is very low cost to get involved with Sparky AI, and they have an income warranty where after a couple months, if you don't see progress, you stop paying, and they keep working on your behalf until they generate results for you. So that's Sparky AI. An all-in-one digital business. This is a great heart-centric company. They have a $25 a month funnel builder program, which is outstanding. And they've got a lot of good coaching, and they've got a lot of good financial literacy. They've got a lot of great programs. It's a very heart-centric company. They give you a lot of value for a very, very low price. So I definitely recommend checking out that. So on my Show Me Jeff page, there's a area. You can call me up here at 321-209-4422, or you can click this questions, reach out, and it has a web form. You can either call me or you can send me a message via this web form. And then finally, I have the latest YouTube video down here at the bottom. And that's all I got for you today. Thanks very much for checking out the showmejeff.com website, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks.